Hello everyone, it's me, Clayton. I just got back from watching The Meg, based on a book with the same name and starring Jason Statham. Now, when it comes to shark movies, we've certainly had a lot of them over the years, some of them being all-time classics like Jaws, and others being cliched and sometimes hilariously bad shark movies like Sharknado. And some of them have been in between, being mixing some genuinely entertaining moments with some absolute over-the-top camp like Deep Blue Sea. And that's, I think, where The Meg lands. It's certainly a very over-the-top blockbuster film that takes a lot of suspension of disbelief, but once you get past that, it's a very fun movie that I think a lot of people will love. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story is that in an underwater research facility called Mana One, the scientists within are being attacked by a 75-foot-long megalodon shark, and the only person who can help them take it down is a former rescue diver named Jonas, played by Jason Statham, who has to work with the scientists in order to find a way to bring this megalodon down, while also trying to save the people in the outside world from its terror. Now, the story here is fairly basic when it comes to this sort of premise, but it does work mainly because of the tension involved. It's a very cheesy movie with plenty of corny one-liners and over-the-top humor, but at the same time, there's a decent amount of tension involved. When something goes down, it usually happens unexpectedly, and it usually happens with a good amount of build-up, is what I'm trying to say. There are, of course, a lot of shark movies that this one pays homage to, but it doesn't feel like it rips off moments from those films. It still feels like very much its own movie in this genre, and to stand out in a genre as pervasive as the shark movie is quite a feat in my opinion. Though it should be noted that the characters aren't going to exactly be the most complex in the world. Jason Statham plays the tortured hero who saves the day. You kind of know this early on. There's a woman who plays the love interest who, yes, does some other things in the plot, but her main role is to be the love interest. There's that cute kid who's mainly just there to be adorable. There are other characters who are either cannon fodder or just there to tell jokes, sometimes both. You know, just they're very typical characters for this kind of movie, but they work well with the script that they were given to make it entertaining at the very least. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't do much that's really innovative, but it does do a good job at being entertaining, which I think is extremely important for a summer blockbuster film. As much as I like to enjoy films that stimulate my mind as well as my hyped up excitement levels, sometimes you just need something dumb. And The Meg is that very best kind of dumb, fun movie. Mainly because the effects, especially for the Megalodon, are well done, and because the action scenes, which there are plenty of, are generally quite good. They're fast, they're kinetic, they're full of interesting scenarios. It really gets to that when it comes to it really gets that right when it comes to making a good shark movie. On top of that, the directing and cinematography is also pretty well done. There's not a lot of shaky cam shots, so you can see the action pretty clearly, and there is a decent amount of variety in the locales that are used. It's not just like it's underwater the whole time. Sometimes it's in water that's fairly close to the public. Sometimes it's in water that's in the middle of the ocean. Sometimes it's at day. Sometimes it's at night. They always manage to keep it interesting. And the last thing that I'll say about this film is the ending. Without spoiling too much, the ending is pretty much very fitting for this film, with a lot of the elements coming together and with you really feeling good near the end. So yes, this isn't a film that's going to blow your socks off, but it is a very entertaining shark film that I think you guys will find fun if you decide to dive in. So I'll give The Meg a 7.5 out of 10. See you next time.